All righty. Good morning. Good morning. How's the audio? Are we good? Let me know how that audio is. Solid audio? All right. I turned it up from last week, so should be a little better. Focus for this morning on both ES and NQ is how price trades versus that prior day's high. That's going to be the primary watch for today. Expecting a little bit of a slower session. That tends to be the norm on a Monday. We also have PPI tomorrow and CPI on Wednesday. So typically before those more widely watched economic data prints, you'll see a little bit of a slower session. Now that being said, it has been pretty volatile, right? So let's see what we get. I'm going to be flexible with the expectations for today, most definitely. Decent chance we do actually see some good moves. So keep those expectations flexible. Let's see how this structure sets up this morning. What kind of action we get to work with. My main watch is essentially going to be looking to assess any buying activity up and through the prior day's high. So as a reminder, previously price was trading within that near-term range from last week. You had the low marked during Monday's session. There was a near-term range that had developed essentially through here, right? Sideways range. Friday, you get the consolidation near the high of the range. That was good for buyers because it helped to secure the weekly hammer. And now we're wanting to see pretty much the entire theme of this week is for the continuation or lack thereof of that weekly hammer from last week. So that's kind of the focus point here on both NQ and ES. Both with some pretty similar structures, right? Near-term range, Friday, consolidation session. As far as the Sunday night open, pretty slow. Pretty slow. We did have that 550 level of interest holding as support, so that's always good to see. So let's see how this structure kind of unfolds this morning. We've got 3 minutes until the open. And we're wanting to see that reaction into the prior day high there. Let's flip to the 1 minute chart. Got VWAP way down there at 53.75, about 10 points lower. NQ VWAP currently aligns with the 640 level of interest. Let's check out the daily chart. So the daily bar is pretty tight still. largely within that prior day's range, right? NQ coming into 640 right now. That is about 90 seconds before the open. Before that regular trading hours open. Where's that pre-market low? It's way down here at 515. Okay. Prior day volume point of control down here at 616. Take a look at that prior day profile. Here comes the open. Let's see how we open up here. So 640 holding so far. To at least let that opening 1 minute and 2 minute bar start to close. Very slight gap higher. Small gap higher. So pushing into prior day high now. Nice hold of VWAP and the 640 level of interest so far. If you traded the open, you probably want to be trimming some off into prior day high. So let's see how this area resolves. NQ making a new low of day. ES kind of in no man's land here. Primary focus is still prior day high, right? I like to see price up and through that prior day high. Currently, prior day value area high aligns with that 640 level of interest as well. So now bumping into the session volume point of control. Grab that, Alan. Nice work. Nice work. See if we can get some follow through up through the highs to at least test that prior day high. First 5-minute bar closes in 90 seconds. See what ES is doing. ES, just pure barcode. Pure barcode. Could be that type of session. Definitely could be that type of session here. NQ, you're probably going to have the volume point of control shift here any second. Down to this 650 area. There it goes. Just shifted. And Q, here comes that prior day high now. Prior day high is 674.5. So if you're still in that VWAP or 640 level of interest long, make sure you're managing accordingly. Trails in profit. That would be your first target, that prior day high area. Then you want to be looking at the pre-market high if the prior day high does break. Patient, patient, patient. Here's ES into VWAP, breaking lower. Prefer to see this with a reference point or some sort of level of interest here, especially with that prior day high rejection. NQ still holding the 640. Bumping into that session volume point of control and that prior day high. Pure barcode so far. ES sitting on VWAP. Any other level to align here? Doesn't look like it. There's NQ, new low of day. So prior day high tested on NQ and rejected. Have a look at the 5-minute here. Be interesting to see how buyers kind of respond to this entire area. Prior day volume point of control, some prior day structure there through here, and then the 640 level of interest. And you have VWAP kind of right through there as well. ES breaking lower, prior day high rejection there. So no setup at VWAP materialized. Let's see how the prior day volume point of control is treated on ES. NQ coming into there as well. No, Halo, no options these days. There's no real benefit to trading options right now, especially in a much higher volatility environment. Futures are, for day trading, absolutely an unbelievably great product. And this is coming from someone who was a full-time options trader, switched over to futures. Unless you're selling. If you're in the options selling game, this is a good environment for it. So NQ finding a bid versus that prior day volume point of control. Let's see how the reaction sets up here. Keep an eye on that 15-minute bar, closes in 4 minutes here. You do have some pre-market support in the 600 area. Kind of right through here. Aligns with that prior day structure from Friday. And NQ, or excuse me, ES. Looks like same kind of pre-market support through here, but personally not that interested. I'll look at either the pre-market low or that 53.40 level of interest, kind of like what we discussed in the pre-market prep. The main level for this morning was the prior day high, and that's pretty decisively being rejected here. So you're either short already, looking for a short, or if you're wanting that long, you're just staying patient right now. Personally, secured a tight scalp there on that initial 640 NQ. Now we're just waiting. ES gap closed. Oh yeah, it's the gap fill on ES. NQ, there's all no man's land here. What program am I using to record? That execution is on Trade08. Yeah, it's directly in the broker. You can toggle your entries and exits. Yeah, big sell here. So if you're short, trim some into 550 on NQ. That's that level of interest. ES, pre-market low at 53.50. Worth keeping an eye on. Still 10 points away. Pre-market low on NQ. Down into 514. So 550 on watch here on NQ. Some prior day support. It's also that higher time frame level of interest. Pretty significant level from prior sessions, that 550 area on NQ. Still have 15 minutes till 10 a.m. 10 a.m. reversal time. NQ, there's your true test of 550. Anyone grab the short? Anyone riding shorts? That prior day high reject. Yeah, take a look at the near-term structure here. So if this continues to trade like a range, that means you're looking at either prior day low or perhaps even lower. So let's see how this 550 is treated initially. It'll give a good clue about the appetite for buyers right now. And ES working on that pre-market low. NQ first, a little bit of buying interest we've seen in the past 10 minutes or so. Right at that level of interest. Benny surfing the bear wave, nice. Very nice. Look at those 15-minute bars. Straight down. So NQ, if that 550 fails, next strong level is down into that prior day's low. New low of day there on NQ. Let's see ES. ES just now testing that overnight low. Look at the shape of your daily bar. So pre-market low, that overnight low on ES. Decent reference point to keep an eye on. 10 minutes till 10 a.m. And then NQ, the 550, stays on watch. There you go. Some decent buying activity there now. Not bad, not bad. That was with your little spring setup as well. So let's see how this 550 continues to trade into 10 a.m. reversal time. Yeah, Dom was all over that, I'm sure. Nice long. ES holding the pre-market low also. Yep, to the tick. To the tick. So now buyers want to see that low be sustained. See if it gets a higher low here or just flushes. Keep an eye on that 15-minute bar as well as we get into 10 a.m. Back near 550. So the question now is there a higher low or does it flush? Taking a look at the profile, yeah, not much volume down here currently. Potential higher low in the making. Now buyers would need to show a change in character up through this area, up through 600 essentially, 18,600. Let's see what ES is doing. Kind of similar shape there. And 6 minutes until 10 a.m. 6 minutes. 10 a.m. reversal time. Ideally, you'd see volume point of control shift down here. On the regular trading hour sesh, it already has. But that's not saying much because there's only about 25 minutes worth of action. ES, check out that 15-minute bar. Still has 4 minutes, but looking like a hammer potentially. And let's see if NQ can, if buyers can break up through 600. A little intraday change in character. Not yet. Not yet. Tried my hand at a nibble there. No follow through, so bailed on that one quickly. We're sitting at about plus 30 points on the sesh currently. Don't love the current location. If this, remember the main watch was that prior day high. Prior day high rejects. And so it kind of puts price back into this near-term range depending on how you look at it. Not a good spot to be too aggressive with the longs, in my opinion. At least ahead of 10 a.m. That's for sure. So 550 stays on watch here. And ES back into the lows. You're looking at the pre-market low there. Yeah, you got to keep those ones tight, Mish. At least I do. That is not the wait and see kind of setup, in my opinion. Yeah, 515 is not that far off here. NQ new low of day. ES as well. $5.15 is that overnight low. Coming into it. Coming into it. There we go, back in a 5:15. 1 minute till 10 a.m. 1 minute till 10 a.m. reversal time. Let's see if it holds true. 10 a.m. RT, or if new lows are made past 10 a.m. It's kind of the watch for right now. What's ES doing? Where's ES at? So ES still here near that overnight low. See how 10 a.m. looks. $5.50 now serving as a little bit of resistance here on NQ. Price could not break above that $5.50 there. Let's see right here. How's the volume profile looking? Still have a long ways before this becomes that point of control. So let that structure build out. Let it build. Definitely like the setup a little better right now in NQ, simply because of proximity to the level of interest. Although ES is holding that pre-market low, if you like that overnight low as a reference point. Seeing some decent action there. Value area low for the sesh has shifted a little lower. 587 was previously 600. So to show an intraday change in character, you need sustained action up through this 590. It's that most recent lower high right through here. ES, it would be 5360 up through this area. Just looking at the structure. Decent bounce from the 550 so far. Keep an eye on this little 5-minute kind of micro structure here, that little bit of bar coding. And ES testing that intraday structure point, 5360. NQ, not quite there. Not quite there. Then NQ, if that 590 does break to the upside, you got VWAP up into 615, 620 area. That also happens to be the prior day volume point of control. How's that Russell looking? Pretty similar. Not much of a difference there in the Russell. Okay, let's see if NQ gives the change in character now. Intraday change in character. How are we looking, folks? Any longs? Any longs on? Still riding from that 550 level of interest. Let's see, coming into VWAP now, it's looking pretty good. Tighten those trails. Tighten, tighten, tighten. I'm just below 600 area on my runners. Got in there, nicely done. VWAP technically can reject, so I'm not giving this a wide leash. Even though I like to see 640 and that prior day high retest. It was a pretty nice 10 a.m. setup there. 10 a.m. reversal time with the, call that the spring setup. There we go. Let's see a push through VWAP. Third and likely final trade of the session here. Still have my trail just below 600. This is VWAP right here on NQ. And ES into VWAP as well. Gotta love 10 a.m. reversal time. Wowie. I'm going to raise the trail just below 605. Yeah, a little bit of selling here. Need a decisive break of VWAP or my trail is going to be taken. Looks better. Now needs to hold above VWAP, hold above that 615. I'm going to raise my trail to just below 610. Here comes 640, upside level of interest. Raising trail to just below 615. Nice move. Wow. Wow. There we go. See a break of 640 here, and you could see price make a run for that prior day high again. We are almost plus 100 points. So trails are getting tightened. Do not want to give too much back here. That's my level of interest as well, 640. So gotta expect some sellers right through there. It's also that structure area from the morning, right off the open. So there we go. That's what you like to see. So I can safely raise it to right about 27 here. 627 on the trail. And we've got about plus 90 points in floating profit. Trail may be taken here in a sec. Pretty much right below that 1 minute red candle. There goes the trail. All right, not bad. Not bad. 3 for 3. Something like plus 120 on the sesh or so. All NQ, all longs. All on the screen right there. So now, question becomes, does price actually make a push up and through the prior day high, or is this now the range for the sesh? Like, do you see maybe one of these? Something like that. And then does price actually break, or do we just see this be the home for today's sesh, right? Wide range. So that's kind of the post 10 a.m. watch now, with 550 holding as support. How much of that sell did price recover here? Let's see. As far as the fib. Oh yeah, you got the 78% right there at the level of interest as well. Nice. Love when those align. Make sure, if you still have 550 longs, make sure you trim and trail. Trim and trail. Trim, trail, manage. ES, the change in character play, pretty nice. As well as the hold of that pre-market low. No reaction at VWAP on ES or NQ. So didn't trap any shorts, which is good. If that's what you were looking for. Did not get trapped. Get the 5 minute, how that barcode. I would prefer to see the extended trading hours volume point of control down here. That helps add a lot of conviction to the long setup, but the regular trading hours volume point of control is there. Again, the idea behind that is accumulation. There's price into session volume point of control and coming into prior day high now. Trail taking a tad early, but that's part of the game. I'll take it. Almost to the tick on my trail. So let's see this prior day high reaction here on NQ. What's ES doing? .30 bounce off the lows. And also coming into that prior day high. So here's NQ into session highs into that prior day high. There's your new high of day. Wow. New high of day on NQ. Overnight high next up, 693. Now buyers are looking for acceptance above that prior day high with a push up and through the pre-market high. The reaction into this zone should give us a good clue about whether or not it's going to be a range day. So you want to keep an eye on this area right through here, especially those higher time frames. If you continue to see a little bit of rejection up here, most likely it's that range day play. How's everyone's morning so far? Flat, green, red? Let me know. Keep an eye on this 5-minute, shape of this 5-minute. Showing some early signs of exhaustion here. ES did not make it into the prior day high just yet. Green, there we go. Nicely done. Green from the ES long. Well done. Well done. $53.50 long. Nice. Nice. Trail was too tight. That's all right. Trade management can always be improved. That's a great entry, though. $53.50. The spring setup. That was play of the morning so far. Green, Irvin. Very nice, sir. So now just looking at that reaction at the prior day high. More so leaning towards expecting a range day today, simply because Mondays tend to be slower. But like I said at the start, keeping those expectations pretty flexible. Got that 9:49 a.m. long, nice. Daily goal hit, done for the day. Perfect. Yeah, it's already been a good Monday, so. Goal now is defense. Protecting those secured gains. So NQ, technically a new high of day right there. Let's see if ES not quite into that prior day high just yet. NQ up and through that overnight high here. What a push. Wow. So this could be, if that prior day high sustains, this could be that that continuation day. Need to see continued acceptance above the prior day high. Quite the push here. Pretty much a continuous 200-point move off the lows, off that downside level of interest. Gotta love those levels of interest. Paired with 10 a.m. reversal time. ES coming into prior day high right now, that 53.85 level of interest. Testing the session highs. No new trades for me. Most likely done for the day. I'll look for maybe one more entry potentially, but I'm not in any rush here. About an hour into the sesh. Daily goal is secured. So, like I said earlier, goal now is just to protect gains. One idea I would consider is a retest of the prior day high that holds. That would be worth keeping an eye on. Check out those 15-minute bars. Look at your 30-minute. 30-minute closes here in 4 minutes. Let's see the hourly. Hourly looks great. And then let's see that weekly. So currently showing that follow through up through that prior week high. This is a main theme for this week. There's your daily bar as well. For the entire sell-off, price is just about to test that 38% fib right around 730. That's interesting. See how this 30-minute bar closes here in 3 minutes. ES finally testing that prior day high, finally making that fresh session high. See if ES could follow suit here on that NQ move. Pulling back a little bit now. So now if you're looking for a pullback, you can take your fib from the session low into the high. See that the shallow fib aligns with the prior day high right there. I definitely would not be chasing this move if you missed it. Alrighty, folks, nice morning. I've got to get ready to meet a mentorship client here shortly. Really good action today. Good start to the week. Tomorrow's stream, if you've been enjoying these streams just on YouTube, tomorrow's stream will be private for the Traders Think Tank community. So if you want to continue to partake in the live streams, check us out in the Traders Think Tank free 14-day trial. Outside of that, I hope everyone had a solid morning. If you want to keep the trading going, again, we're going to be in the Traders Think Tank all day. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for jumping in, and I will talk to you soon.